Hi everyone, my name's Jackie and this is Yoga Literacy with the St. Louis Public Library. Every Monday morning at 9 a.m. we bring you a 30-minute yoga class that's appropriate for everybody from complete beginners on up, and I'll also recommend an ebook, an audiobook, guided meditations, cookbooks, yoga music, all available through the library's digital collections. If you've never used that before, there's a link in the description below and instructions on how to use it. This week, the theme for our yoga class is use your strength where you need it. When you practice yoga and as you practice challenging poses and practice breathing deeply through those challenging poses, what you're really doing is training your nervous system to stay calm during a challenge. And you're teaching yourself how to channel your strength and your energy and your focus to where you need it, to where you need to really stay engaged and stay strong. And in order to do that, you're also learning how to release tension, excess strain where you don't need it, and all it's really doing is like draining you of energy. And I think we all know what that feels like in life too. Sometimes you're worrying about something, and worrying about it is just literally not doing anything to help. And if you can take some deep breaths, come into your body, remind yourself that worrying about that particular thing is only draining you and not helping you, and then channel your resources and your energy to something you can do that might actually help. So we practice that on our mat, and then we take it off the mat. The book that I'm recommending this week is actually a cookbook called The Tastes of Ayurveda, and that's available through Hoopla. Again, that description of how to access Hoopla is in the below in the video. You don't really need any props today, but if you have a blanket around, that can be nice for the end. And also if we're in table pose on the knees, the blanket helps underneath the knees. But otherwise, just yourself and your mat. And we will get started lying down on our backs. Start with your knees bent and your feet on the ground. And your hands can rest on the ground, or maybe your hands are on your belly, if that's comfortable. Begin by taking 3 deep breaths. Welcome yourself here. Say, good job for being here and doing this. And let go of worry or gripping onto any thoughts that won't leave you alone today. It's just this for the next 30 minutes. As you release your next exhale, feel your feet and your seat dropping into the ground. Feel your 2 feet and your seat dropping into the ground. Close your lips if they're not already. Breathe in through your nose like you're gasping softly with your lips closed. And breathe out through your nose like a closed mouth sigh. This is Ujjayi breath. It's one of the fundamental breaths of yoga. And it sounds in your head kind of like the waves of the ocean. You're toning the back of your throat, inhaling like a closed mouth gasp. Exhale like a closed mouth sigh. Soft gasp. Soft sigh. Let's do that a few more times, and if it's feeling challenging to get, try doing it with your mouth open. Your throat will feel like you're whispering or making an H sound or having somebody check how your breath smells. And we'll keep this style of breath up for as much of the class as you can. We'll be moving with the breath as well. Bring your arms to your sides. Fingertips reach towards your heels. And we'll start nice and simple. Inhale, arms lift up and alongside your ears. Exhale, arms float down to your sides. Just like that. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. We'll add on now. As you lift your arms, lift your hips. As you lower your hips, lower your arms. Keep going. Press into your feet. Lower one vertebrae at a time. Nice and smooth, and keep that breath at the back of your throat. Press your weight into your heels. Wake up the front of your body. For one more. We'll go up, just like we've been doing. Then down. Okay, now lift your feet off the ground, knees in towards your chest, and stretch your legs up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift your arms up alongside your ears again. As you breathe out, arms go back down just like we've been doing, but bend your knees, and your heels will go towards the backs of your thighs. That's option one. For a little more challenge for your core, you can keep your low back pressed into the ground and tap your toes on the ground when we exhale. Inhale, legs go straight up and arms go up. Exhale, bend your knees, lower your heels, or just tap toes to the ground. Okay, let's do 5 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend, and arms down. Breathe into the back of your throat. Lengthen your breath. Strengthen your breath. Send your focus and energy where you need it here. Pressing your back and your low ribs into the ground. Are you with me? Exhale, arms down. Knees bend to tap or not. It's our last one. Exhale. Down. Inhale, arms stretch up, legs stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees in towards your chest and take a rock side to side. Then pause at the center, begin to rock up and down. Now, if that's no good for your spine, just roll to your side. If you're rolling up and down on your back, we'll do 3. And then come up, cross your ankles, make your way into a table position. You can put your blanket underneath your knees, spread your palms out wide, wrists are underneath your shoulders, and lift your chest. Lift your tail, expand your chest, cow. Exhale, round your spine, lift your navel up, tuck your chin, cat. Inhale, cow, for 1, 2, 3. Exhale, cat, for 1, 2, 3. Inhale, cow, for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for cat. 1, 2, 3. 2 more, that rhythm. Can you still hear and feel your breath breezing past the back of your throat? Pushing your hands wide and downward, arms strong like pillars. last one, exhale, round. Then we go to a neutral spine on the inhale. Stay here, exhale. And keep your hands in the same position, but rotate your upper arms outward. So it's almost like you're turning the lids off pickle jars with your hands, but the hands don't move. But if you do that movement, then your elbow creases rotate to parallel the top of your mat here. Okay. Lift your navel in and up towards your spine. And as you breathe in, stretch your right foot, your right leg back, and your left arm up. Exhale back down to the ground. Other side, left arm, left leg, right arm, and down. Side to side. Use your strength where you need it. Lift your navel in and up. Lift strong and deliberately with your limbs. Lower deliberately and smoothly. Keep going with me. We're doing it. Right leg, left arm. Lift your leg and arm as high as you can. Keep your navel in and up towards your spine. I'm feeling it. Last round. Left leg, right arm. Now right leg goes back, both hands stay on the ground. Push your heel back, lift from your thigh bone. Push your hands into the ground. Breathe in. Now exhale, knee goes in towards your chest. Bring your foot to the floor at the top of your mat, and your hands will be framing your foot. If that's not comfortable, take your foot out wider and have your hands go inside your foot. Here's a little flow. And a flow is just where we're moving with the breath in a pattern and we put it into a cycle. It goes, inhale, extend, point your toes up. Extend your leg, point your toes up. Exhale, bend your knee, bring your hips forward. Now push down into your front foot. Imagine you're squeezing something between your legs and lift your arms. Draw your navel in for a low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Hands back to the ground, exhale. So let's do that again, a little quicker, a little smoother. Inhale, straighten your front leg, point your toes up. Exhale, bend your knee, send hips forward. Inhale, lift your arms, navel draws in, inner thighs draw in. Exhale, hands to the floor. 3 more rounds. Inhale back. Breathe with the back of your throat a little bit constricted. Exhale, bend, come forward. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Inhale, straighten, relax your mind. Focus on where you need to be engaged. Use your strength where you need it. And relax where you don't. Here's our last round. We will come up. Turn, right hand to right hip, left hand to right knee. Now keep drawing your navel in and up, protect your low back. Expand your chest. Keep your inner thighs drawing towards the center, towards each other, towards your midline. And take one more strong breath. As you exhale, bring your fingertips back down to the ground. lift your back knee up. Ooh. And we'll step back to a downward dog. Now last week we did downward dog for just a few breaths. If this is a new pose for you, yes, it probably feels challenging at first. And when people say it's a resting pose, you may want to slap them because it feels hard. But let's try bending the knees. If it's feeling challenging, bend your knees. Imagine you're trying to press your butt into the intersection of the ceiling and the wall behind you. And as you do that, press your hands forward and down. It's like you're stretching your palms away from your seat. And then without moving your hands, rotate those pickle jar lids off the tops of the jars with your hands. And draw your navel up and back. Give yourself some time. If it still doesn't feel quite right, you will build the strength. One day it will feel relaxing. It will feel good. And if it's feeling okay already, you can start to pedal your knees. You can always come down to your knees and rest in child's pose, in down dog, or at any point. And in fact, we'll all lower our knees on the next exhale, but lift your navel up, lift the pit of your belly up, and lower your knees slowly, slowly, slowly down to the ground. Now hips go back to child's pose. Let's take some weight off the wrists. You can turn your palms up. You can rest your head down on the ground or your blanket. And take a few nice breaths. Relax as quickly as you can, everything you can. Find this little pocket of rest and relaxation. Relax where you can. Then begin to lift your hips. Let's come back to our old buddy table pose with the palms spread out wide. And palms stay on the ground, the left leg reaches back. Lift from the crease between your glute and your thigh. And push back through your heel. Ooh, strong leg. Breathe in. And bend your knee. We'll bring the knee in, foot to the ground. It can go between your hands, or your foot can go out a little wider, and your hands can go just inside your foot. Remember our flow, our mini little sequence from the other side. Let's take the first round slow. Extend your left leg, point your toes as much up as you can. Then bend your knee, hips come forward. Lift your arms. Slower this first time so we can feel the left foot pressing down, the inner legs drawing in towards each other, your navel drawing in so you're really supported and strong. Then exhale, fingers go to the ground. Okay, let's take it one breath, one movement. Inhale, toes point up. Exhale, knee bends. Inhale, arms lift overhead. Exhale, fingers to the floor. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift, navel in, inner thighs engaged. Exhale, down. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, check in with your breath. You still breathing like a very soft gasp on the inhale. A closed mouth sigh on the exhale. For this last round. Breathe in. Stay up here. Bring your left hand to your left hip, your right hand to your outer left leg. Keep your navel drawing in and up. Chest broad. Turn. Breathe. Press your feet into the ground. One more deep breath. Exhale, hands go to the ground. Lift your back knee, breathe in. Step forward, breathe out. You're folding. And a half lift. So that's where we push the fingers into the ground or the shins. Lift the shoulder blades up towards your spine. Pull the pit of your belly in. Stretch your sternum away from your navel. So it's a nice flat back. Try not to be rounded like that, but rather pushing shoulder blades back, sternum lifting. Let's release that, go down. Then all the way up to stand. Push into your feet, reach up. Arms go down to your sides as you exhale, and navel goes in towards your spine. Okay, how we feeling? Deep breath in. Relax your shoulders and your jaw as you breathe out. We're using the strength where we need it, relaxing the shoulders and the jaw, sending strength to the core, down into the legs. Ready for whatever's next, ready for the day. And the arms stretch up as you breathe in. Here's another little flow. Follow me slower, this first time. Fold down. That half lift again as you inhale. Exhale back to the fold. Your chest goes towards your thighs. Now your knees bend, your hips sit back, and we'll come towards a chair. I like to keep my arms parallel to the ground. Knees are bent and hips are sitting back. Then we'll straighten the legs and inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale down into a fold again. You can bend your knees as you come down. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Knees bend, arms forward. Inhale, rise to stand. 3 more, stay with me. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to chair. Exhale, sit in your chair. Then push your feet into the ground and rise all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Reach arms forward, hips back, and you sit a little bit lower. And rise to stand. Ooh, mama, 1 more round. Exhale, down. Inhale, half. Exhale, down. Inhale, chair. Now I think you'll like this. Exhale, straighten your legs and pull your fists in towards your hips. This is called pulling prana. And we'll inhale, reach forward. Exhale, straighten your legs and pull fists in. 3 more. Your face is relaxed. Your breath is that nice, calm ocean wave sound that we started with. Legs are strong, feet pushing down into the floor. 1 more. And pull. Okay. Stretch your arms up overhead. Relax your arms down at your sides. Relax your shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. Start to roll down into a fold, bending your knees. Slide your hands down your legs, down, down, down to your feet. And a nice fold over your legs. Knees can be as bent as you'd like. Spread out your toes, spread out the bottoms of your feet. Nod and shake your head. Relax. Relax your head and your jaw. Maybe a sigh here. And bend your right knee. Right fingertips on the ground or on your shin, and turn your chest towards the left. Left hand can come to hip or stretch up. Breathe in. And exhale, hand goes down. Switch. Bend your left knee. Stretch your right arm up or bring your right hand to your hip. Breathe in. Exhale, hand goes back down. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, hands press, step back, second downward facing dog. So let's find all that good stuff again. You can bend your knees a little and keep them bent as you lift your hips up and back, push down and forward into the ground with your hands. Use your core to send your hips up and back. And rotate your upper arm bones outward by imagining you're twisting jar lids off with your hands, even though your hands don't move. Deep breath in. Begin to lower your knees slowly, smoothly as you breathe out. Okay, knees land on the floor. Back to cow. Inhale, lift your chest, draw your shoulder blades back, lift your chin. And exhale, cat. Neutral spine, inhale. And for thread the needle, breathe out first. Lift your right arm up, turn your chest towards the right. Then slide your right arm underneath your left arm. You're turning so your shoulder and your head land either on the ground, or you can put your head and shoulder on a blanket. Stretch your left fingertips forward. Using your left arm like a kickstand. And reach your right fingertips as far as they can go. And feel the space that you're creating between your shoulder blades and your spine. And begin to move your left hand back. Press your palm underneath your shoulder. Come out the same way you came in by stretching your right arm up and open. Bring your right hand down to the ground. One cow pose, shoulder blades come together on your back. And a cat, shoulder blades slide away from each other as your chin and tail tuck. Now neutral spine, inhale. Press into hands and knees, exhale. Stretch your left arm up, turning your chest, inhale. And arm goes underneath, exhale. Slide, bring your shoulder, bring your head to the ground. Stretch your right arm forward. Fingertips on the ground. Space between the shoulder blades. 3 deep breaths. And 2 more. And the last one. And slide your hand back underneath your shoulder. Stretch your left arm up and open. Bring your palms to the ground. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Then hips go back towards your heels for a child's pose. Your knees can go wide, your toes can touch in the back. You can rest your head and your arms down on the floor. If this is not comfortable for you, keep your hips over your knees, walk your arms forward, and rest your head down in your fist. Relax everything you can as quickly as you can. Relax your belly, relax your chest, relax your head. Slowly lift your hips away from your heels. Take your feet out to the side. Bend your knees with your feet down in front of you. Stretch your arms forward. Roll slowly, 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 down onto your back. Take your arms out in a T. And just like how we started, feel your feet and your seat relaxing down into the ground. Feel your shoulder blades and your head relaxing down into the ground. Send your breath low into your belly. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Take your knees over to the right for a twist. If you have your blanket around, or a pillow or a cushion, you can place that underneath your knees, especially if this feels a little bit much for your low back. Catch your knees with your blanket. You can also move your knees up a little bit towards your chest, and that can help relieve the low back. Let your shoulder blades settle towards the ground like two big boulders. Take one more breath here. Go back to the center. And over to the other side. Move your blanket if you were using it before. Or if you notice that this side feels different than the first side, whether it's looser or tighter, just accommodate for that. It's very normal to have asymmetry in the body. So notice what it feels like here. You can move your knees up towards your chest more for your low back. Let your shoulder blades settle down into the ground and the back of your head settle down. And breathe. One more breath here. And back to the center. Rock side to side with your knees in towards your chest, massaging your low back, your sacrum. And bring your feet down to the ground. Rest your hands on your low belly. You can keep your legs like this for our final resting pose, Shavasana, or you can stretch your legs out. You can also bring your blanket, roll it up, or place a pillow underneath your knees, which can be helpful for the low back and just more comfortable in general. We end each practice with just a couple of minutes lying and relaxing on our backs, arms and legs stretched out nicely. Shoulder blades can draw a little bit towards each other on your back, and relax your jaw. Take 3 nice sighs out through your mouth. Each sigh, relax your jaw, your tongue, your cheeks. Relax your hands. And let the weight of your legs go, drop down into the ground. Deep breaths. Start from 10 and count downward. With each breath, let your body get heavier. With each exhalation, feel your body sink deeper into the ground and relax more. If you forget the number that you stopped on,
just come back to the last one you can remember. And last breath. If your legs are straight, one at a time, bend your knees. Roll to your side. Keep your face relaxed as you press yourself up. And find yourself back in a comfortable seat. Rest your hands in your lap. You can close your eyes or look downward. If you'd like, set an intention. Choose a word or a phrase that can help you keep yourself oriented in the right direction today. That can help you send your strength and your attention and your focus where you need it. And relax where you don't. We'll bring our palms together. We'll close our practice together with a bow. Thank you so much for joining me. Please leave any questions that you might have for me in the comments below, and I will answer them as quickly and as best as I can. Have a great day. Thank you.